All right, here we go. Episode 3 of Hops and Horses. So, you ready, Jake?
I'm ready, man.
All right, let's do a recap of last week. I think we both had Maxfield.
Yeah.
That was, by the way, I thought that was a very impressive effort.
Paid workout.
Yeah.
That horse. I mean, he just. I thought for a second maybe halfway down the backstretch, he wasn't really moving, and I was like, "Ooh, man, we might have the." I think I had bet the horse that was on the front end, and then all of a sudden, I mean, they just said he just hit the go button.
Oh, yeah. And he was
You know.
shut down. And when I mean shut down, the horse is so tactical that the horse literally shut down.
Yeah.
He goes and shuts down at a push button. Whereas
Yeah.
Latruska, I thought Latruska ran a huge race earlier in the card, and the jockey stopped riding her late, but that horse was still running hard the whole way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I tried to beat her too.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then the turf race went chalky. I knew it was going to be one of those two horses. I bet on the wrong one. And how'd you do?
Yeah, I mean, I think I tried to get a price home in that race, and I think the three mid-price horses hit the wire together for third, but there was no beating those top two. I mean, we knew that 3 horse might not come back to the field,
Right.
and that one I think got up the rail and just dominated.
I thought the one was going to get a good trip. We even talked about the fact that when the pace is so slow like that, it's hard sometimes to get a good trip. And that horse got an extremely good trip.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't get that trip, honestly, something like a Hot Brown wins.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was fun. Some good quality horse racing. So let's talk about our beverage. I'm going to show you what I got. I got a double Half-Life from Manhattan Brewery. And this is a hazy IPA, kind of like I had week 1. This is a microbrewery in Dallas, great little brewery. And this is a really juicy, flavorful, strong IPA. So that's what I'm going to drink.
What is that on the front of the can there? What is that?
I think it's a grenade.
Oh, okay. I thought it looked like a woman. Looks like a woman's ass. Really, I mean, it looks like looks like a bosom.
They're supposed to be kind of like the name of their brewery is Manhattan Project, which isn't that the bomb that we dropped in Germany?
Right, something like that.
And
Yeah, okay, I can see now. Yeah, it's a grenade.
Nuclear. So it's nuclear beer, double Half-Life, Manhattan Project. So
pretty neat can there.
Yeah, this is what it looks like. It's a juicy, beautiful beer. What do you got?
I'm going right down the Google list of 2021 best gluten-free beers. It's not a long list, but here today we're going to try Red Bridge. Okay. It's a I don't know. I think it's from somewhere. Oh, it's made by Anheuser-Busch. So So Red Bridge. I mean, it's a long neck. So yeah, no,
it
we'll
looks
see.
I will say it looks a lot better than Glutenberg.
It's funny because Glutenberg, I just need to try a different one.
Okay.
Because those are it's a well-respected gluten-free beer.
Okay.
If that's a thing, but so yeah, maybe this one will be better.
All right. Well, you're trying that. I'm going to go ahead and pull up our. I'm going to share a couple documents.
Way better.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So we are going to talk about the Summit of Speed. And interesting, Summit of Speed used to be a gigantic deal. Remember when Lost in the Fog ran in the Summit of Speed?
Yeah, I mean it. I thought it was kind of interesting. I mean, I didn't see saw a lot of really good looking allowance horses in these
Yeah.
races.
This thing is called a grade 3 now. And I know this was a grade 1, or no worse than a grade 2, but maybe a grade 1 at one point. And now it's a weak grade 3,
Right.
So, anyway, 6 furlongs on the dirt for the boys, 3 and up. Who do you like?
I was going to try to beat. I mean, I think Diamond Oops is.
You're locking up, Jake. I don't know if it's you or me. Jake?
Course is actually. Uh,
I don't know, man, Jake. Man, I don't know if it's my video or yours. Jake?
you there? You
Yeah,
back?
okay. Go ahead,
Okay.
Jake. All right.
So I'm going with Chance It.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going with Chance It. I couldn't really find a big price in here that I liked. I thought the top 3 horses, Chance It, Diamond Oops, and Miles Ahead were probably, one of the winners is going to come. The winner's going to come from one of those horses, I thought.
Okay.
I liked Chance It the best. I like that Zayas stayed on. I felt like he had, a couple of choices in here, and the horse is second off a layoff. Probably needed that first race back. And so, it's Saffie Joseph. The horse is working really well.
True.
I mean, he's got a lot of, several bullets there. And so
Yeah.
Chance It, that's the one I went with.
Well, yeah, I hadn't looked at those bullet workouts. Those are extremely strong. That 46 flat. Wow.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good pick. I mean, it bothers me that he was favored and lost a Double Crown right here.
Not a bad horse. I mean,
yeah. And Double Crown, is also second off the layoff. I'm a little concerned with this 110 time. I don't think 110 is all that fast, but you're right. He might move forward.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at my sheet real quick. And this is kind of interesting that Diamond Oops gets my new spot play. So it's not really designed to pick out favorites, but when a horse gets the K and gets $20 of value, it's getting picked up as the spot play. And I do like Diamond Oops to win here.
You can see our 2 picks there have all of the ones.
Yeah, that's true.
Over there. You got 5 ones and they're spread across those 2 horses. So
So we've got the chalk exacta. The other horse I like is Miles Ahead, who actually was favored over Diamond Oops in his last race and lost by a head.
Yeah.
And a couple other horses in this race were in here. I mean, this horse lost by a head. Now Zayas gets off, but Edwin Gonzalez is probably an upgrade. So I think this is the biggest threat. If I had to pick a horse that could upset Diamond Oops, this is the one I think could do it. And they might run 1-2, just like they did a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
So okay, well, that's how we see the smile. Basically, Diamond Oops, Chance It, and Miles Ahead. Let's go ahead and move on to the Princess Rooney. Now, this for sure was a grade 1. This was an elite race, and now it's a weak grade 2.
I mean, I thought it was. I mean, I think I don't know that the horses themselves are really that impressive, but I think the field is really well matched.
Okay.
I mean, if you can, dip your hand in this jar and just pull out the straight winner, you're a pretty dang good handicapper, I thought, because I mean, this is an 8-horse. I don't think the 2 has a shot, and I don't think the 8 has a shot. I can make a case for the other 6 horses in this race. I mean, 7 horses, 20-1 morning line, and if she comes out and runs the same race she just ran last time, first off a layoff, she could win. So
Who do
I
you
thought it was a
like?
good duet.
Who do you like the best?
Um, I you know, I think I settled on the favorite. I think I settled on the one horse. Um,
Okay.
you know, I thought a lot of these horses were grade 2, grade 3 types. And I think that one horse, I mean, they've been running against grade 1 company.
Yeah.
There's other horses in here I like. I think the 4 horse, I found interesting. Kind of found it interesting that the 4 horses appears to be York, but never runs well in New York based races. The horse ran,
Mhm.
Came down here twice to Gulfstream and just, crushes both of those races.
Yeah.
Not really sure why they don't leave the horse down there.
Yeah.
But I mean, the 5 could win, obviously shipping in, from California.
Mhm.
Um, I thought that 5 was maybe not quite as good, not quite as good at one turn, but or maybe I thought the 5. There's another horse I thought maybe wasn't as good at one turn. I thought the 5. I was a little worried about the shipping, coming all the way over. But man,
Well, definitely shipping is a concern, and we don't know how he'll run at Gulfstream, or she will. But I mean, McCarthy is good with shippers.
mhm.
And McCarthy, also third off a layoff is amazing. And I feel like he has this horse figured out. Now one of the things for both of these races is this is Lasix off for everybody.
Hmm.
And this horse in his last race was Lasix off going a mile and 16th and, kind of tired. I think he's saying, okay, this is a sprinter. What's the best sprint I can run in? Okay, I'm taking this horse over to Gulfstream. This is my top pick, the 5. My second pick would be your 1, and my third pick would be this 4. So I think we're on the same 3.
Yeah. I
That
mean, I thought
4,
the 6 horse we saw at Lone Star
right?
a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
Um, that's one of those horses that, I mean, it's Peter Miller, it's Giroux. The horse is cutting back and going to the straight dirt, for the first time. Who knows? I mean, that horse has been running against some pretty good company.
well, I hope this horse takes a lot of money because I don't like it.
Yeah.
5 of his 7 wins are on the turf, and the only reason the last race was on the mud is because it was tornado conditions in Lone Star.
Yeah.
Um, so I think he just like, well, I might as well try, but I don't think this is a dirt sprinter at all.
Yeah.
Um, but and they're going to be flying. They're going to be flying. So I like CC. My sheet
Yeah. What does your sheet look like on this one?
it has CC on top. I do like Talentos a lot. I think Laura's Light is very beatable. And then I like your Pacific Gale. I don't know why Pacific Gale is so low on my sheet, but Pacific Gale makes complete sense as the other horse. He beat Pacific Gale, beat Saw Machine, and beat, I think This Is My Time. So,
Right.
like you said, at Gulfstream, very impressively, coming off a couple poor Belmont efforts, but I would put that one third. I kind of think it's going to go 5-1-4. Is my thoughts.
Yeah. I mean, I looked at this as, this is kind of what I call like a tote. This is a tote board race. This is a race that I want to be sitting there when they're standing behind the gate. And if I can get, 3-1 on that one horse, happy. If if somebody likes to CC, if you like CC 4-1 on that horse, you kind of that it's a tough
Yeah.
race. I mean,
Yeah. By the way, I might play a 6-5 double, 6-5 straight double. I might play. So,
yeah,
all right. Well, let's stop the Summit of Speed, which is not particularly the greatest anymore. And let's take a look now at the Suburban. I think you said you love the Suburban race.
You know, it's funny. I mean, I love the Suburban, like the race itself, as far as the history of the race. I mean, a lot. I can remember back in like the early 2000s, when it was like Tis Now and Albert the Great and Lido Palace and some of these
Right.
back when we had like some really great you know classic horses, some really great older classic horses. They always showed up in this race. And so I've always loved the race. I don't particularly like this rendition of the.
You're stalling out again on your audio. I don't know if
And
it's
I think you're going to get even money probably on both horses.
yeah.
And I think it's a coin flip which one wins. And that's tough. I mean, I think if it the only thing I'll say about the Suburban is, and this could be the case also for Gulfstream. I didn't check. I did check New York. It's supposed to rain like for the next 2 days in New York.
Okay.
And so I like Happy Saver. He's got the 1-0 head to head against Mystic Guide last year.
Yeah.
Who knows with Mystic Guide, the horse coming back from Dubai. I mean, you see him pop first time off of that, and sometimes you see him regress. So, I thought even money on that was probably not a good idea. But if it rains, I think it flips the other direction. If it's sloppy, I think Mystic Guide, is probably the horse you want to be on.
Sure.
So I think Moretti. The only other comment would be, I don't know how much speed there is in the race, and I think especially if it rains, I think see the one horse go out there and it. And so to me, if you're looking for a price, that's the one you kind of try. But man, it's going to be tough to beat those other two horses.
Well, you and I are on the exact same 3 horses. I think Moretti is the third best. And you're right. Moretti's got this really good effort in the slop at Belmont last year that probably could win this race. But barring an upset from Moretti, which I don't see, it does look like a 2-horse race. Although Pletcher's running this horse. He doesn't have to. If he thought Happy Saver was unbeatable, he probably goes somewhere else. I mean, Happy Saver did win that race, and then came back in a easy allowance race, which is probably the perfect prep. He definitely a humongous threat. And then, like you said, you got the whole Dubai. Is he going to bounce? He was incredible in the slop. So if it is sloppy, I think that is definitely the play. And I don't think that was a great Dubai World Cup. That's just my opinion.
Right.
One of the weakest ones I ever remember. So yeah, it's kind of a coin flip. And maybe if it's sloppy, it goes 4-1.
Right.
And then you might make a little money with 6 out of it. But not a good betting race, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't remember. I was kind of when I was looking at those two horses, the 4 and the 6. For some reason, I don't know. Last fall, for me, from a horse racing standpoint, is kind of a blur. Do you remember why?
Sorry, can't hear you, Jake. You stalled out again. Jake? Technical issues. Sorry, everybody. Hey, Jake. All right, well, it looks like we lost Jake. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up our video here, and thank everybody, and we'll be back again next week. All right.
I think I lost you.
We got Jake back, but
yeah,
Jake,
I think I lost you there.
We're going to go ahead and sign off.
Okay.
All right.
Good luck, everybody.